Close that out and go live. And we're live. Hey, welcome to another day in the Milky Way. Believe it or not, we are on again tonight for what is this? Fourth night in a row. And tonight, believe it or not, I got David Castle as my guest. And he finally come to join me.
Absolutely.
How you doing?
Thanks for the invite. I appreciate it, Robert V.
Everybody else is piling in. There's Lucky Stone and Doug Stack, Witchy Moon 73, and Isby. I'm glad Isby's feeling better. He traveled with his mother, came on the other night, and he had to catch some sleep. And I hope you're back on track there, Isby. I tell you. And Doug Stack is sitting in front of the campfire. Yay! I want to see another campfire video. Yes. And yeah, I enjoy a campfire. Do you enjoy a campfire?
Absolutely. I love watching the flames, and you can really concentrate. And some people do their meditation by flames.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just like it because it's just relaxing. And that heat hits you from the fire, and it just warms your bones and stuff like that. So it's good. Oh, I see Max Visions in the house too. All right. Hey Max, how you doing? Delaney Pearl Jones. Hey. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I mean, I've had plenty, and you get good conversations around a campfire because it's not like watching TV. You have to make your own.
Absolutely. Very relaxing. And that's how I actually started my meditation. I would go through my chakras as I would take my deep breaths. I would think of a ember in a fireplace because I was used to making fires and making my fireplace. And I would, when I released my breaths, I imagine it's lighting, helping the ember, giving that air to the ember to help build the ember up. And that's how I do my meditations when I'm concentrating on the flame.
That sounds super good. Yeah, we get you, and then of course you're around the campfire. What do? You get out the old harmonica and and you start playing the harmonica, and everybody starts talking more, and you got to have a little bit of music with everything.
Absolutely. So, telling ghost stories or making up songs, and everybody goes through a verse, and the next person can go make up their words. Fireplace is nothing but relaxing.
Yeah, and then you play games like telephone booth, or what is that one where they say a word, you say a phrase, you tell it to the next person, and when they get to the end, the last person says what it is, and everybody goes, "That ain't what I said."
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Annie Allen is in the house. Bosto to you too. And Nina Fetty is in the house. Hello. I think I sent her a thing to Discord. So finally she's on Discord. Yay. So everybody welcome her on Discord. If you haven't got on it, let me know. I'll send you a link to that. And you can be on the Milky Way Soul Tribe Discord thing. And plus Wayne's got one. Trina's got one. There's a bunch of chats going on all there all the time. Teresa, she posts the shows there. There's a dream and meditation spot on there. It's pretty cool. I should use it more. I don't as much as I should, but I'm busy, so busy, but it is cool to watch the who's posting and whatever. And a lot of times people see videos and things that are really cool, and I like to go see that. I get a lot of ideas from that.
Absolutely. So, and people go there to interact with one another. You can have a conversation with anybody on.
Yes. It's nice. You can do the one-on-one too. There's so many options on there to figure out. It's really cool. Let's see who else we got on there. I didn't know. Paul Joe is in the house too. Hey. And Genevieve's in the house. Genevieve, one of these days you got to come on the show. Send me an email so I can send you a link and you can come on sometime. I'd like to hear from you. Let's see what else is there. Doug Stack's uploading the campfire video right now. I love it. I'm going to enjoy it. After I get done here, I'm going to have some supper, which is really late, but guess what? I have the day off tomorrow and I'm relaxing and sleeping in. And so I'm going to have some supper and I'm going to watch the campfire video. There you go, Doug Stack. Thank you. Let's see, what else is there? Anyway, so have you read this book yet? Or have you ever heard of it? The Unseen World.
No, I haven't read it yet. No.
Okay. This is by Constance Victoria Briggs. She oh shoot, if I got her picture here. Hang on, I'm gonna do my thing here, and I gotta pull it up so I can share it, because somehow you can't share. Oh, that ain't the one I want. Downloads. Where's downloads? I gotta do two things. I'm driving the bus, David. Why don't you talk a little bit here?
Okay, yeah, I stay real busy. It's hard for me to sit down and read a book, but the last one I read was The Gods of Eden. I really like that book.
Oh, yeah. Who
Absolutely.
Who wrote that book? People are going to ask.
William Bramley.
Oh, okay. I think
that was the last one I actually finished it. Yeah, it's an excellent book. Got a different perspective, so you expect to be surprised about a lot of things that you actually learn in there. So it's not something that you're going to see on TV.
Yeah, I agree. This is something I wanted to show everybody. Okay, hang on here. Bang. If Big Al's in the house, we're gonna do this. I gotta do that. It's a lot of work to get this stuff done. Oh, there we go. Al sent me this. He wants to make a shirt. You see that?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm not anti-vax. I'm pro-life. The unknown vaccine. Hey, that'd be a good one for Halloween.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like it, send out a big shout to Big Al, and maybe he'll put that together. Okay. Stop share. Shrink it down. Got a lot of stuff to get done here. Let's see. If you like it, give me a thumbs up on that. I'll let Big Al know. And we'll see what we can do. Okay, I got to shrink this again, and I got to find that picture. What picture was I looking? Oh, I remember what I was looking for. Maybe that's why I didn't get it. Oh, yeah, here it is. That's because I didn't save it anywhere. Go figure, right?
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. Okay, screen share to here. There we go. Here's what I don't know if you ever remember her. She was on, I don't know if I can zoom it in. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the lady, Constance Victoria Briggs. She wrote the Moon Mysteries. So if you got any questions about the moon stuff, we got the moon book here too. Got the moon book. She wrote the Encyclopedia of Moon Mysteries, plus the Encyclopedia of God, and the one with the Encyclopedia of the Angels, which we went over the other day.
She looks very, very familiar. I've seen her before.
She was on, Raised by Giants with Ryder
That's
Lee.
Probably it. Yeah.
So
probably it.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, she was real good. I thought that was really interesting. She did the moon book thing. Who doesn't love talking about the moon? Let's see. Let's just pick something out of here, because it's like an encyclopedia of the moon stuff. Pyramids. Oh, everybody loves pyramids of Egypt. Let's do pyramids of the moon.
Excellent. Just flip a page open. Yeah, just flip a page open and go. Your higher self will guide you to what to read.
Oh, yeah, this thing is really interesting. Constructions. Shaped as pyramids were photographed on the moon by NASA's lunar orbiter probes during the 1960s. It is thought that pyramids on the moon and those on Earth may have a connection. This stems from the idea that there was once an ancient city on the moon that was thought to have been destroyed during a war. To some researchers, what are believed to be artifacts and ruins on the moon are from this period in the Earth's galactic history. One of the cultures is thought to be that of Atlantis. Others believe a group of beings known as the Anunnaki may have been involved. It is therefore understood by some esoteric thinkers that the ruins on the moon, along with the pyramids, are directly connected to the highly advanced, intelligent beings that came into our solar system long ago, established colonies on the moon, Earth, and Mars, and eventually left. In his book, Ancient Aliens on the Moon, Mike Barra writes about the anomalous construction in the Tycho crater that is shaped as a pyramid. He describes it as very bright and it appears to have a four-sided pyramidal structure. Apollo 12 monuments. Oh, okay, that's just extras. So there you go. You know, I mean, that's just one of the things. She's got craters on the moon. I didn't even know there was that many craters. I didn't even know that about the pyramid thing. I knew they knew there were some structures, but pyramids, cool.
I've seen some of the obelisks that they've shown on pictures, the standing obelisks, but I've not seen pyramids.
Yeah, neither have I. So see, that's new to both of us. Here, what about a pre-lunar Earth? Okay, so before the moon. According to ancient writings, oral legends, and tales from various cultures, there was a time in Earth's history when there was only the sun and stars that appeared in the sky, a time before there was a moon. Modern day science teaches that the Earth cannot survive without the moon, that all life would die without it. Still, the stories persist. It is one of the moon's most intriguing mysteries. There are incredible people from ancient times that spoke of a period when there was no moon in the sky. These were men of prominence who helped shape mankind's view of the world and the universe. People who wrote about a time when there was no moon included Anaxagoras of Clemenzo, Aristotle, Gorgio Bruno, Centaurus, Demetrius, and Hyppolius of Rome. And then it just goes on with all these different ones. And someone gave the name of a culture that lived during that period. They were known as the Arcadians. And that sounds like something right out of Scorpion King, the Arcadians.
Yeah.
And were sometimes referred to the Protheus. Biblical writers also spoke of a time before the moon. The Bible book of Job 25:5 states that the grandeur of the Lord, who makes peace in the heights, is praised. And at the time as mentioned before, there was a moon and it did not shine. In Psalms 72:5, it states, "Thou wast fear since the time of the sun and before the time of the moon." A generation of generations. Cultures that have tales of moonless skies include the Bogota people of Colombia, the people of Bolivia, and the Mayans and the Tibetans. And so there you go. Look at that. Look at all we learned from one book. There you go.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not, go get your book if you want it. If I had a PDF copy, I'd send it to you. But, once I get done reading it, I'm probably going to send it out to somebody out there and they can read it. We'll do like a big book exchange, So that sounds good. Let's see. Wait, who's seen Delaney Pearl Jones says, who's seen the giant winged beings flying across the face of the moon? I got stills. Delaney, you should send me that. I'll put it up here. Mary Wins is in the house. Hello, Mary. Yeah, my Zulu people believe the moon was brought here to control humans.
What did the cow jump over if the moon wasn't there?
That's true.
Absolutely.
It didn't jump anywhere. It kicked over Mrs. O'Leary's bucket or lantern and burnt Chicago down, didn't it?
There you go. There you go.
Goodbye, Chicago. Anyway, so we're going to get back on this book, The Unseen. Now, we did all these other ones. We did the God book, some of that. We didn't do so much of that. But we did the other one, and the Moon book and the Angel book we went into the other day. So let's pick some stuff out of here. This is a really nice book, and these are all shorts too. So if you guys can see this, see how they're just shorts.
Yeah.
They're like a paragraph or two, you know, so it's easy reading. I like that, where I don't have to spend all day reading. I can just flip through it, pick something I haven't seen, and get knowledge. It's all about the knowledge. Who was telling me the other day? Oh, it was Nina. I don't know if you've seen Nina's show, and she was talking about somebody who was asking her for help, and she kept saying, this is what you need to do, and they didn't do it. And 3 years later, they're still at square one, and she's saying, this is the path, this is what you need to do, blah 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 blah. I don't know the steps or what she was asking him to do or needed him to do, but he just kept saying, tell me what I should do. Oh my gosh. And she's like, if you don't do the work, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. You can't do stuff for people. You can just lead them. You can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink it.
Yeah. It's like reading the cards. Like, okay, here, I'm gonna get out the cards, David, and I'm gonna pull a card, and I'm just kidding here, but we'll just practice with this. And it's like, okay, David, here, I'll be the card reader tonight, and we're gonna get the cards out, and I'm gonna pull a card. Oh, what are the cards got in store for you? This card says you should. Oh, look at that. Wow, what's the chance of that? My first card pulled.
There you go. Rufus is right there.
That's the first card I pulled. And it says, go buy a lottery ticket. Yeah. And you go, yeah, I need wealth and riches, you're saying. And I said, go buy a lottery ticket. And then you don't buy a lottery ticket. Well, you ain't gonna get no wealth and riches.
Right.
You know, and that's as simple as it can be. Wow, that is pretty cool. That was just the first card I just drew out of there.
That's funny.
That's really cool. See, you were meant to come on the show tonight.
Well, there you go.
Just crazy, huh? But anyway, if you guys haven't seen that, these are the Soul Tribe cards. This is what they look like. If you want one, you know, Big Al's got them. You know, get your name to them. And there's Steve Stone. Let's see. There's Deborah Truax. There you go. See, so, and then on the back of these cards, you got Brian.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, you know, everybody, if you haven't got yours, you know, get right out there and get them going. Oh, there's Chloe. Isn't it Chloe? Yeah, Chloe. There's Chloe. Yay. Hey, Chloe.
Hey, Chloe's card.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, if you haven't got your card, Al did a great job on these. They are super nice. They're going to be keepsakes. He only did 100 of these, and he's making a second deck. And if you want to be on it, it's free of charge to get on the deck. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to buy a card deck. You know, you might win one, or somebody might give one away or something like that. And you'd get lucky. Isby says, wish a card would tell me to buy a lotto ticket. Yeah, but if I drew a card that said buy a lotto ticket and you didn't do it, then what? You know, you got to do the work.
Absolutely.
So you got to put in some effort, or you don't get out. It's like, you know, this prosperity thing. You know, I'm grateful for everybody here. I am grateful. I'm grateful for you, David Castle. I'm
grateful for you.
Oh, thank you. And prosperity will run upon us and overwhelm us, and we will be bathed in prosperity. And prosperity will come to the Soul Tribe, you know, and so forth and so on. And everybody will be blessed with much prosperity after tonight.
You get the frequency that you put out. So the more you put out that frequency, the more it boomerangs back to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nina says, where do we get a card deck with everyone on it? Well, if you look in the description below the video here, I put in Big Al's card creations, and there's a link to the Crystal Network there. And if you just click on it, it should take you there, and you could buy a deck of cards there. You just got to have PayPal or something, and then you send them the $21.95, I think it is, for a deck of cards.
I've got my deck, and he did an awesome, beautiful job with them. Each one of them, I mean, just look, you can see all that he had to go put on there. I mean, it's really, he's missing his calling in life.
Yeah, well, each one is unique. And that's what he said. It was really hard because, usually somebody does the card deck and they just do the backside of the card. So it's just one picture, but each card is a different person. Each card is unique. So there's no two alike, even though there's kings, queens, jacks, and you can play with them. You can use them. I mean, why not? Just take care of them. They'll last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Let's see, what else was there? Anyway, let's get on with this. Let's pick something. First page I turned to, I got after death vision, after death visitation, and afterlife, or living in the afterlife. David, pick one of those. What would you like to hear about?
I want to hear about living in the afterlife.
Living in the afterlife. Ooh, yes. Okay, according to the majority of the world's religious and spiritual beliefs, the kind of existence experienced in the afterlife is one of peace and love. Most believe that this is the life that awaits honest, loving, kind people who cross over into the afterlife. It is a world of happiness, recreation, spiritual growth, and learning. There, people are involved in activities that they take pleasure in, and they associate with people much like themselves, and that they enjoy being around. The skills, interests, and abilities developed in their most recent life on earth are reflected in the roles chosen after death. People in the afterlife go about their activities much as we go about ours here in the physical world. In the afterlife, there are opportunities in art, science, music, and many other interests. Much of the information mentioned here has come to light in our modern era and was derived from research of the afterlife and near-death experiences, as well as outer body experiences, also known as astral projection. In addition, information about the afterlife can also be found in ancient scriptures, writings, including the Bible, the Quran, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and the Book of Enoch, and the Tibetan Book of the Dead. In the Book of Enoch, there's an account of a biblical prophet, Enoch, visiting the spiritual world and witnessing many amazing sights. Among them were spirits whom Enoch referred to as angels, studying and working. Enoch states, the men, angels, brought me to the sixth heaven, and they saw 7 groups of angels. Some of these angels study the movements of the stars, the sun, and the moon, and record the peaceful order of the world. Other angels there undertake teachings and give instructions in clear, medalist, like singing voices. Others are responsible for recording the fauna and the flora in both the highland and the lowlands. There are angels who record the seasons and the years, others who study the rivers and the seas, others who study the fruits of the lowland and the plants and the herbs that give nourishment to men and beasts. And there are angels who study mankind and record their behavior of men and how they live. The beauty of the afterlife is said to be unimaginable. In addition, living conditions are similar to those on earth, including such aspects of earth life as homes to dwell in, places to go, and friends to see. There are also many places for learning and mental and spiritual growth. And there you go. Well,
Make
what
it
do you
happen.
say? What do you say to that?
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does. You know what I'm going to say to that? You're going to laugh. I call bullshit.
It doesn't resonate with you.
No, you know why I call bullshit is because, okay, if you're going to have houses, friends, you're going to have arts and crafts, and you're going to have all these things, and it's going to be similar to on Earth. They left out one thing.
What's that? Your animals?
Work.
Work, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nothing comes without work. And then, you know, so is the system flawed? How do you get all this stuff? How do you get that home if you don't have any work? It sounds too good to be true. It's like a fairy tale. I'm gonna just die. I'm gonna go to heaven, and I'm gonna have a house, and I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna get along. I'm gonna be with all the people I really, really like, and everything is gonna be just hunky dory. And I'm thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. If you're describing that everything here is going to be like that there, then you're going to have somebody telling you what to do. You're going to have other people, even if they are like you, they're going to still be wanting to control you. You're going to still have to work to get whatever you, maybe they don't have money, but you're still going to have to do things to get what you want. That's just the way everything works.
Could possibly be, unless this is just an all man-made construct that we're voluntarily participating in right now.
This is true. This is true. But if there was nobody around but me, right?
Right.
And nobody else, I would still have to work to get that house. I would still have to work to get my food. I would still have to work to get these clothes that I'm wearing. I would still have to work to do whatever I need to do. It would be work all day, every day, just to survive. Right?
Maybe at that level, maybe we're still at maybe the next level. It's not something where you can absolutely take something and immediately manifest it into existence. I don't know. I haven't been there yet.
And well,
I can remember.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is if I could just manifest everything, you know, that would be great. And then I'd have a lot of free time, but it just seems like there's an element of that missing. It just seems too good to be true. It seems like it just seems too good. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? It's like it's missing something.
Right. Like they're not telling you the whole story.
Yeah, there's always seems to be, even here on Earth in the physical realm, there's always seems to be a catch. You know, King Djibouti from Nigeria sent me a message that says I won $10 million, but if I send him $5,000, he'll get me right on the list and have it mailed to me. Do you know that?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Or maybe you have to go work on the Death Star for 5 years before you get all that free.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Oh man, we got Gaza Cav who stopped in. Hello everyone, greetings and favor to you. Oh, and we got other people in here. Alexander, the Ganja Shaman, stopped in, and Brandy Robinson. All right, let's see who is. We got Amy McFarland's in the house tonight too. Yeah, money for nothing and your chicks are free. Paul Joe, good saying. That's a movie, isn't it?
Yeah, I want my MTV. It's a song.
Oh, it's a song. I knew I've heard that before. Isby says, I live in love. I walk in love. I exist in love and I breathe in love. I am made of love. I am in love with life. Same here. I love myself. I love my body. I love everything. I give favor to everything around me.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Even though I may give favor and I love my body, I still have to work to take care of this body. And I still have to work to keep all the stuff I give favor to, because from the moment that anything is made in this realm, it starts to break down. And
yes, but if something happened to you, Robert V, do you think that you could be to the point where you would manifest a way to be able to do it a different way for you to to have money coming in, or if you surrendered to the universe, would the universe take care of you?
Maybe. That is a good point. And I have been to that point where I said, I'm done. I got nothing. And you know what? And then I hear a knock, knock, knock at the door. And somebody, hey, I remember that one time. I remember way back in the day, I was broke and poor. I was just sitting there on the couch thinking, wow, I have no money. I'm almost out of food. Got no gas. And I used to cut firewood in the winter. And it was a winter time too. And I'm thinking, wow, all that wood sitting out in the forest, I could go cut trees down and get a whole bunch of wood and sell it. But I don't have any money for gas to cut it. I don't have a chain for the saw. I'm stuck. And then some guy knocked at the door and he says, hey, I'd like to buy some wood. Here's $100. Have it ready for me on the weekend. And I was like, woohoo, I'm in business.
Yeah, absolutely. Things like that do happen.
Yes, they did. They happen quite often, actually.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is you just get to that point and then something comes along. I don't know. Well, let's pick something else. Here we go. We're in the bees. Well, I turned to this one. I don't know why, but here we are. Thomas Benedict Beng, Tony Bennett, Robert Hugh Benson, George Berkeley. That's what we got to choose from.
George Berkeley.
George Berkeley, Irish philosopher and bishop from 1685 to 1753. He is generally regarded as the founder and of the modern school of idealism. Born in the country of Kilkenny.
Bastards.
Or something like that. Ireland.
Kilkenny.
Yeah. Kilkenny or Kilkenny? I don't know. It's in Ireland. Yes. Berkeley was educated at Trinity College, Dublin, where he became a fellow in 1707. According to Berkeley, God is the only other person or thing other than souls that exists. He believed that there must be a mind in which all ideas exist, that mind, of course, belonging to God. So there you go. Now you know about him. Okay, next up, what do you think of that? Huh.
I like his perspective.
Yeah, everything is in the mind of God, of course, or belonging to God. That's where it originates from.
Including your perspective.
Yes, exactly. And we are here. That's what we learned in that book of I Am. Oh, we're in the seas now. Here we go. We got Campbell Brothers, Canon Dolores, and Bystander Apparition.
I like Dolores Cannon. I've read a couple of her books. I really like. Yeah.
Cool. All right. I've heard of I think I've heard of her, but I've never read of her books.
The Convoluted Universe are really. She has like 7 or 8 of them. They're really, really good.
Oh, really? Cool. See, look at this. This is really a good book. I'm glad I got you on, man. Okay, past life regressionist, hypotherapist, physical researcher, and owner of Ozark Mountain Publishing in Arizona, 1931 to present. Cannon specializes in the recovery of lost knowledge. During the course of her work, she has amassed a large amount of information about the unseen realms and dimensions taken from her years of hyponic research, as well as work in past life therapy. In addition, she is also the world's leading expert on Nostradamus and his prophecies. Cannon has written a number of popular books, including Conversations with Nostradamus, Volume 2, Conversations with Nostradamus, Volume 3, Conversations with Nostradamus, Volume 4, The Custodians, Jesus and the Essenes, They Walked with Jesus, Keepers of the Garden, The Legend of Star Crash, Legacy from the Stars, A Soul Remembers Hiroshima, The Convoluted Universe, Book 1, The Convoluted Universe, Book 2, and The Convoluted Universe, Book 3. Her book, Between Death and Life, Conversations with a Spirit, offers an incredible amount of information about the spiritual world, covering such topics at levels of existence: spirit guides, guardian angels, ghosts, walking, heavens and hell, and God and the devil. Among its other compelling information, it is the assertion that the spirit can leave the body immediately before death to reduce pain. Also, there is a silver cord that ties the spirit to the physical body. In addition, it is wrong to commit suicide, and committing suicide is an error that can take many lives to correct. Regardless of the incredible variations in past lives of many patients, she has regressed the information they given on a period between lives is consistent with one another. Between Death and Life presents sound evidence, and regression memories can provide information about the other side of death. There you go. Wow, that was interesting. She did say something about the suicide, and I do want to mention that, and that suicide is up there. A lot of people have been talking about how the suicide rate has gone through the roof since the COVID thing started. And I do want to reach out, and I want to ask anybody in the audience and I know there's people out there who've either known somebody who's committed suicide or tried themselves, but I want to know who I could talk to about, I ain't going to commit suicide, but I would like to get somebody on the show that would want to talk about that, because I think a lot of people would like to hear, about that, how to prevent it, what to say, what to do, the steps of it, what to look for in other people in case, you see your neighbor and you go, wow, he's going to commit suicide kind of thing. He's in depression. Something's wrong with him. We need to, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And sometimes they hide the signs, or they don't talk to anybody. So it's hard to actually see them having these signs that they're going to do something horrendous like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's important every day. Anybody you run into or just can say a kind word to, I mean, that itself might save that person's life that day. They might think there's no other friendly people left here in the universe. So, I mean, just saying something nice to somebody, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't take any time, and it doesn't cost any money.
Yeah, exactly. Isby says, been there, done that. Exactly. Delaney Pearl Jones says, I would come on. I tried suicide 3 times. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying is people in the audience had things like that happen. But I want to know, how did you get out of it? I would like to have you on. I would like to find somebody that would be willing to talk about this on the show. I think it's a very important subject. I think that, we're losing a lot of young people to it right now. And there's a lot of depression going on with, what's going on in the world, and it's not worth it. You're here to experience life, regardless of what it is. I mean, good or bad, enjoy it. Be happy with yourself. I mean, there's always somebody out there to talk to. And if it's any one of you in the audience, my email's right below. Email me if we need to. We'll talk on the phone, something. But it's one of those things that there are people out there that are ready to listen, and it can make your day. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
They try to divide us, and they try to keep us fighting with one another, and it doesn't have to be that way. Don't listen to people. You're not a label. Somebody tries to put a label on you. You're not a label. You're feeling that way for a reason, and you just need to talk to someone and get their perspective, and be open-minded and listen to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't take much. Amazing how our conversation has gone all over the place, isn't it? Oh my goodness. from from one thing to another. Oh my. Let's see. Hang on a second. I'm driving the bus here. Driving the bus. Come on. This thing takes forever. There we go. I'm doing my thing. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's see. We got to pick something else. But I gotta send this out. Oh, there she is. Okay. There we go. I had to send something out. I'm a busy man here. Okay, Delaney. There you go. I got a lot of suicide prevention vids on my Facebook. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, vids are good, but I wanna like talk to somebody who was a counselor or a preventionist or something like that, something on that order, or maybe somebody who deals with one of the suicide hotlines or something. What do you do? Anyway, so yeah.
If I would give anybody any kind of advice, I would tell them to turn off the TV, uh, play some music, play the music that you like, that makes you happy. The TV, you're getting nothing but fear and hate programming. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, don't listen to that stuff anymore. Just put some music on and listen to the music that's when you were in high school or you were in college, something that brings back really good memories.
Yeah, well, and exactly. Put on something funny,
Yeah.
especially the old stuff. Not maybe so much the new stuff, but the old stuff. Um, Posey says, "Have we decided suicide is a bad thing?" Well, Posey, I don't know. Yes, to me, I think it's a bad thing because you're here to experience life. Every life is important to experience as much as you possibly can to the end. And by snuffing yourself out, I guess I'd use that word, you don't get to experience it anymore. It's done. That's it. What was your, and the question is how does that affect everybody else? Oh, here comes Delaney Pearl Jones. Anyway, so we had, but wow, this show's really took another turn. We're going to hear from Delaney Pearl Jones coming right up soon as she gets connected. She says she's coming on. She's going to tell us about the suicide stuff. She knows all about that.
Hi, Delaney.
Hello. Can't hear you. You got to hit the audio button. Can't hear you. You're connecting the audio. Connect the audio. There you go. Nope. Audio. Can you hear me now? Whoop. She still can't hear.
No.
That's all right. You keep working on it. You got to hit the audio button. Can say something. No?
No. I think the only thing that's bad about that situation, if someone chooses that option, is that you've taken away all your options once you've taken that choice, and there's no coming back from that. So,
yeah,
you got to pick an option that you can get plenty of open-mindedness and give yourself more options. If you totally check out of this place, then there's no way of changing that anymore. It's done. It's a done thing.
Yeah. That's it. You don't get a second chance once you commit the suicide. No, I can't hear you, Delaney. We can't hear you yet. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't hear you.
There's no volume, Delaney, at all.
Yeah. Okay. She's trying. Oh, I think I hear something. Oh no, that was us. All right. Well, maybe next time. We'll get it figured out. She's trying to, maybe you might have to come back in. Update your Zoom. Isby says, I have much to say about this. Isby, I tell you what, we'll do a show next week and we'll try to get somebody on here. I'll work hard at getting on and we'll get somebody on to talk about all this, and you can come on too. And about it. We'll get Delaney on, and all you guys have a good opinion on this. And I don't want to get too much into this. Sorry, I am not saying get, but yeah, don't get drunk because it makes you more depressed, guys. I get it. See what a big topic this is. Holy cow, I opened up like a can of worms.
Absolutely. And Gaza just recently he's experienced a 5.7 earthquake in Australia.
Oh,
He sent me
yeah.
pictures. Yeah, I got pictures. He sent me video from it.
Wow, cool. That is way cool. Oh, yeah, Delaney, all tears. Yeah. Oh, okay, here, I just turned to this one. Okay, we're in Afterlife. Here, we got you did Afterlife. We got Inner Life, Intuition, Intuit, Islam, and Questioning of the Dead.
Go ahead, you pick.
No, you pick. I'll read. You pick.
Questioning of the Dead.
Ooh, good one. Okay, Questioning of the Dead. Islam teaches that before the souls move forward into paradise or hell, it must first be questioned by two angels named Merkur and Naker about their good deeds and bad deeds. The person's answers determine if they will ascend to paradise or the darker realm of hell. The angels visit the tombs of those who have recently died and ask several questions, such as, who is God? What is the name of God's prophet? What is the true religion? Souls responding with such answers as Allah is God, Muhammad is God's prophet, and Islam is God's true religion are considered righteous individuals and are immediately allowed entrance into paradise. The unrighteous souls, those who did not respond correctly and did not live lives that served God, are left at the gates of hell. Muslims also believe that God, Allah, keeps detailed accounts of the deeds of all humans and therefore would not rely solely on the system of questioning to determine whether a person should go to al-jinn or hell. Spiritual beings figure promptly in Islam. In paradise, God is said to sit on his throne in the seventh heaven, surrounded by angels who minister to him. There are 4 archangels in Islam. The Quran lists only 2: Gabriel, the faithful servant, and Michael, who provides men with food and knowledge. The other 2 are Azrael, the angel of death, and Israfel. Yeah. The angel of music who praises God in many languages. It was Jibril who revealed the Quran to the Muhammad. He also took Muhammad on a tour of the 7 heavens. The archangels in Islam are believed to record the good and the bad deeds of humankind. There are also the Hurani, a group of female spiritual beings who inhabit paradise, the jinn, which are demons, 19 guardians of hell, and the El Kuramba, or the cherubim, according to early Muslim lore. The El Kurumba are created from the tears of Mikhail, when he cried over the sins of the faithful. In addition to recording men's deeds, the Michaela are protectors of humankind. They are neither male nor female. They are thought to be androgynous. Other angels include Hurat and Murat, who gave into sexual temptation. Mikhail, the ruler of hell, is Isa, Jesus, who is semi-angelic character, or Iblis, Satan, is Islam's angel, and are said to sit at the mosque listening to and recording the prayers of men. See also the Quran. There you go. Wow, that was a longer one. But hey, I learned all about Islam there.
There you go.
All right.
Who gets to decide what somebody's heaven and what somebody's hell is? Because to me, cold weather's hell. So are they going to send me to a place that's cold? And I don't eat a lot of fast food. So are they going to make me eat like McDonald's every day? Is that what hell is for me? Or is that, I don't understand.
you're going to be an Eskimo and have to eat at McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on there?
Yeah, I know. That is kind of funny because like for me, being in someplace hot like down south would be hell to me. And being an Eskimo and living in an igloo, that would be awesome.
Yeah. See, it's all about perspective, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's quite the thing. It is perspective. And then the thing is who are they to judge? See, this is where I start questioning things. This is where what got me off a lot of those religion is who's judging what I
what's
did
good
right
and what's evil. Yep. Exactly.
I made a decision at the time, and if I own up to it and I said, well, I made that decision, I thought it was right at the time.
Yeah.
Who are you to tell me that it was a bad decision? Well, it might have been bad, but what did I learn from it?
Right. And did you have any intentions on it having bad circumstances when you did the actual deed that you're being considered doing bad about? I mean, if there was not any intentions there, how are you held responsible for what the outcome was?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Max Vision says only in recent history is hell fiery. It used to be a cold place.
See, there we go. I'm telling you.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense because like if you went to an Eskimo and you said, hey, you die, you're going to go to the fiery pits of hell where it's hot all the time, he'd probably be like, woohoo, I'm going where it's warm.
or maybe we got smart ass with the creator and he said something to us one day and we said, oh yeah, when hell freezes over, and he goes, yeah, there you go, when hell freezes over.
Yes, there you go, it's froze.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that one. That's good. Okay, I turned to another page. Here's what we got to choose from. Mediums and versus guides, or via guides, mental mediums, Meek or George W. Meek, meetings, Melissa, or that's it, Melissa.
Meeks and mediums for 200, Alex.
Okay. Mediums versus guides. What were you? Mediums versus guides, mental mediums, or George Meek.
Sounds great.
Oh, well, we'll go with I thought you went mediums versus guides. Well, we might learn something from this. Mediums versus via guides. Okay, mediums via guides is a term that applies to mediums who do not communicate directly with the dead, but who work through a guide. A guide is a spirit who has passed on, but remains close to the earthly plane in order to assist humanity. When working with a medium, the guide communicates with the departed spirits and then acts as a go-between, getting messages from that spirit to the medium. Well, yeah, we kind of all knew that. At least I did.
Yeah, pretty elementary there.
Yeah. I want to know about this George Meek. George W. Meek, an American inventor, designer, and manufacturer of devices for air conditioning. Hey, you'd like that. Yeah, there you go. And you're living in that hot area, which ain't so hot anymore.
It's 34 degrees tonight.
Yeah, he established the Meta Science Foundation in Franklin, North Carolina, which sponsored the famous SpiritCom research. The SpiritCom research demonstrated extended two-way instrumental communication between people alive here on Earth and people living in the spiritual world. Meek authored a number of books, including his famous After We Die, What Then? Meek's wife, Janet, transmitted accurate information from the other side after she passed, and Meek was still on the earth plane. Well, that is an interesting one. I did not know there was such a place, so somebody should look that up. The Meta Science Foundation in Franklin, North Carolina. Huh. Spiritcom Research. Spiritcom Research. I'm going to put that in the
And that was
chat.
George Meek, right?
Yeah, George W. Meek. I'm going to put this in the chat. Somebody will look it up. I don't know who, but sure. Yeah, that way somebody will figure it out. RESEARCH. There you go. Have fun with it, people. Project Skyfalls is in the house. And Tanya Rose and Julie Stowe is in the house. And Scotty Boy came in. All right. Tanya Rose. Good night, beautiful family. Wonderful show, guys. Thank you for sharing and caring. Thank you, Tanya. All right. Anyway, that would be interesting. Okay, let's do our famous page again. We're getting to the end of the book. Okay, this is one come up. Norsemen, Navarna, and that's it. We got just Norsemen and Navarna.
Norsemen.
Okay, the Norsemen had an extensive belief system in spiritual world where people traveled after death. In Norse mythology, Asgard was the name of the spiritual world, the dwelling place of the gods and the home of souls that had crossed over after death. It was believed to be a multifaceted city divided into 12 realms. It has been described as having luxurious palaces, huge banquet halls, and walls covered with jewels. The description is very similar to that of the City of Light, witnessed by so many of today's near-death experiencers. Asgard was believed to be reached via a bridge called the Bifrost that stretched between Asgard and the mortal world. Glenshelm was the highest realm, and Asgard, it was also referred to as the place of Odin, chief of the Norse gods. Valhalla is perhaps the most famous of the realms, where the Valkyries, the beautiful spiritual warrior maidens, called the souls of fallen soldiers. According to the lore, Valhalla was the place where the soldiers went to after a heroic death on the battlefield. Legend has it that after a war, the Valkyries would search the dead for soldiers whom they considered worthy to enter paradise. They would then take the spirits of the soldiers to Valhalla, where the spirit would enjoy celebrations and great revelries. In Valhalla, soldiers' spirits would enjoy lavish feasts and listen to tales of their heroic deeds. Soldiers who died unheroically were destined for the gloomy afterlife place of the goddess Hel, called Stealth Cold. Yeah, Stealth Cold.
There you go.
Sometimes referred also as Hel, Hel. Gimli, another part of Asgard, Gimli, I should say, Gimli, Gimli, was another part of Asgard, was for warriors who died, but not in a war. All of the other Norse people went to the realm where the soul existed in a kind of limbo state.
Absolutely. They believed if you fought well, then no matter what, you were, if you got killed, you got to go to a really good place and you were going to be, lavished with all these gifts. So they put everything they had into it, to Valhalla.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You notice how it always boils down to some religion, and you go, and it always boils down to some kind of war thing. Like, go to war and you go to Valhalla if you die in battle as a heroic guy, or if you well, even in the Islam thing, if you die good, you get the 17 virgins, and if you go to heaven. And if you're in the Christian religion, you die well, then you go to heaven because you were doing God's work. And it's like, man.
Yeah, they try to get you to sacrifice you to be able to get all these riches.
Yeah, it's like, there's a carrot at the end of that stick.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh boy, I'm glad we're having fun with this. Travis the Brick is in the house. He says, good night, y'all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And it is getting to be, our hour is up, believe it or not. Oh my gosh. We had a lot of good people come in. Posy's in the house. Pass the bowl, please, she says. Anyway, remember the thing about the committing suicide thing. If anybody has any stuff on that, let me know. Delaney Pearl Jones, sorry you couldn't get on. We'll try it again next time. But Isby, be ready and wait, and I'll let you know. Gaza's in the house, and he says, because we were going through the dark ages, that's why the belief existed. Yes. And all those beliefs picked up a lot in the dark ages, because it was the dark ages and they had to look for something bright to live for.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give you a little hopium.
yeah, hopium. I like that. Hopium.
Yeah.
Anyway, so don't forget, this is the book, Unseen World by Constance Victoria Briggs. See that? There you go. There's the book. Anyway, she's going to be on Saturday night with me and Trina. It's going to be a great night. I hope y'all can join us then. And so I think we'll wrap this up. I got a lot of reading to do. I'm ready to read some more on this and get ready for the show. And I'll post the trailer for the show tomorrow. And remember, Andromeda 7's on tomorrow, so probably go check them out. They always have a good show on Friday night. And David Castle, any last words?
Love you all. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.
Absolutely. Yes, be the frequency. Be the frequency you want to receive. Right? Love you all. Peace, everybody.